Oh Lord, stream, if you could please catch up. Hello everybody, welcome back to Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Last time, we did a much longer stream than usual. I think my voice may still be recovering, but that aside, this time around, we're going to get into the final part of the game. We finished chapter 8 last time. Let's move on to chapter 9. That's to stabilize his wings restored. Bleh. Spelling and errors already. Okay. Helm, accelerate to full speed and set a course for the floating city over the lake. Yes, ma'am. What shall we do if the enemy attempts to intercept us? A good question. We may need to engage them depending on the ferocity of the attack, but I want to prioritize landfall. Understood. Also, don't worry about mincing words. Regardless of our ranks, aboard this ship, I am your gunnery officer. I am yours to command. Understood. Huh, I didn't know Mueller could man an airship portable gun. He trained in the Imperial Army's most advanced armored division. Despite his burly sword-swinging appearance, he is quite capable as a gunner. I'm sorry my appearance doesn't match my skills. Oh, no, that's cool, actually. And, when did you get a chance to change, Prince Oliver? I thought you were coming aboard as a representative of the Empire. That, my friends, was but a front. However, once this is over, my search for love, freedom and finery shall be at an end. Until then, at least, I wish to dress and be addressed as I please. To you, I shall always be Olivier. Haha, dressing up for the funeral, huh? What would the people of Erebonia say if they knew? I cannot say I care in the slightest. How about it, my good reporters? Would you care for a scandalous tell-all interview with an Erebonian prince? Hang on, you serious? Oh, I better get lots of pictures then. Please, I beg you, do not take any of the nonsense coming from his mouth seriously. That aside, how come you two are all coming along, Niall? Wait, if I may guess, Grandmother wished for you to ride along as you did during the incident with the dragon. Got it in one, Your Highness. Her Majesty put in a good word for us with the Brigadier General Bright. He allowed us to come along as war correspondents. I got lots of pictures of you being amazing at the gate, Princess Claudia. I'll show you them when they're developed. Well, thank you, Dorothy. How does she manage to suck the seriousness out of the room every time? Oh yeah, Grandpa, is our zero field generator okay? Yes, it's working fine for the moment. Assuming nothing happens, it should get us to that flying city easily enough. One sec. So if something does happen, all we got is prayers? Oh yes, without the generator, we crash, no question. The impact would surely kill us all instantly. Or the subsequent explosion would. Professor, you really know how to calm a girl's fears. Thanks. Radar contact. 5 ships on an intercept course. Here they come. Looks like the high-speed interceptors that were docked on the Glorious. Not really bothering with stealth at this point, are they? Arm the main gun and maintain full speed. Target only the ships that obstruct our course. We will focus on breaking through. Yes, ma'am. Bogies 1 and 2, and 5 disabled. 3 and 4 are disengaging. We did it! Fantastic. Goodness me, so this is what the future of aerial warfare looks like? The main gun is incredible. Has quite a bit of power, but virtually no recoil. Even for an orbital weapon, it's fantastically accurate. Haha, of course it is. To be honest, I would have liked to mount some point defense guns with radar tracking as well, but... well, one project at a time, I suppose. Radar contact... oh, adios. Contact is 250 yards in length, approaching at 8 o'clock. That could only be... and here comes the glorious. Joshua, do you know anything about the performance or armament of that thing? The arseille can easily outmaneuver and outrun it, but it has gigantic main cannons and large batteries of point defense guns. There's no way we can just attack it directly and live. Blast it. Turn to 4 o'clock and flank speed! Lux, get us over the city and avoid fire from the monster's guns. Aye aye. I think we're out of the glorious firing range. Whew. That was scary. I think about half the nerves in my body are now shot, yes. Yeah, my heart's about to burst from my chest. Still, there's not much else the enemy can do to us at this point, right? No, we shouldn't let our guard down. Yeah, the society has a bad tendency of ignoring stuff like common goddamn sense. We need to watch out until the second we land. There's an opening in the clouds ahead. We're entering the floating island's airspace. We're now over the flying city, ma'am. Wow. Holy Stragers! This is the Jewel of Ancient Zemuria. Even more mind-blowing than I'd imagined. Look at that enormous tower-like structure. I'd put good money on that being an important part of the island. If you're going to land, I'd put down your hat, Captain. Good idea, Professor. Echo, anything on radar? The Glorious. One moment. No enemy contacts within 50 Selge. We seem to have left the Glorious in our dust, ma'am. Good. Lux, slow to 1/3 and begin landing. Put us down near the tower. Aye, ma'am. Huh? Dorothy? If you're out of photo quartz already, girl, I swear. Oh no, I have plenty of that. But isn't there something weird over there? What the? Oh, no way! What in the world? Let us see, then. What will you do when your wings of hope are ripped from your back? Game over, the end. We tried. Unfortunate. Nah. Jokes aside. Welcome to the final chapter. Trails in the Sky. Del, wait. Oh. Ah, good. You're awake. Are you alright? Are you hurt? No, I think I'm fine. Banged my elbow, but yeah, I'm okay. But everyone else... I'm not dead, at least. Ugh. Ow. I'm fine. Well, that was thrilling, if nothing else. You remember the other half of my nerves. They're all quite gone now. Thank you. That's the closest I've ever brushed shoulders with death, I think. No, I can't eat that much. Guess I ought to be grateful she ain't hurt. Dorothy, wake up! Nap time's over. Niall? Major Vander, how about you? As well as can be expected. Nothing seems broken over here. I'm unhurt, ma'am. Think I'm okay. I thought we were goners. A real miracle. Or perhaps he simply let us live. That's right. The one riding that thing, that was... Yes, it was Louie, no doubt. Son of a... In that case, I'm certain he stayed his hand. If he really wished to, he could have torn us to pieces. Kinda not sure how to feel about that. At any rate, where are we? It looks to be somewhere on the periphery of the island. We should step out and take stock of our situation. we rammed straight through the outer wall of the damn thing. Oh, wow. It's really pretty. So many pictures. Dorothy, don't blow all your photo quotes in 5 minutes, alright? Gotta admit, this isn't what I expected at all. This is less like a city and more like a garden. I wonder. Perhaps this is like the city parks in certain large cities. It does sort of feel that way looking at it. Though I've never heard of a city park so huge that you can't see the end of it in any direction. The scale of it does overwhelm. Sieg! Scream! Sieg! Thank goodness! I was afraid you'd gotten hurt or lost. Don't worry, we're all fine too. Scream! 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 Ah, I see. Thank you. Apparently, we crashed on the easternmost side of the city. And the Glorious is docked on the exact opposite side. The damage to the arseille looks worse than it actually is. The engines themselves are virtually untouched, and the field generator mostly just needs to be beaten furiously with a wrench. The problem lies in a lot of our finer systems, or stabilizers for starters. Ironically, we can plow forward just fine, but hovering steadily would be an issue as things stand. I see. Our first order of business needs to be organizing everyone we can for repairs then. I may be an outsider here, but I'll help in any way you require. Thank you, Vander. That will solve the problem with the arseille, but our real struggle will be locating the aureole in this massive city. Especially since it seems likely our friends in the society are already here. Yes. If they claim the aureole, who knows what they may do with it? And given everything they've done until now, you have to imagine it would be nothing good for anyone else. We need to get out there and find a way to stop them. No complaints to that idea here. We should get moving right now. Trying to run off in multiple small groups would just be chaos, though. I think it would be wisest to use a single exploration team. Yeah, I agree. And the first thing we gotta find is some kind of meat-powered means of getting around the city. Trying to walk would take forever. What is it, Joshua? It's nothing, really. Anyway, the exploration team is gonna need backup. Ideally, we should have people ready to swap in and out as soon as the team returns to the arseille. A good idea. I'd like to join myself, but right now, I need to oversee the arseille's repairs. Let's go ahead and decide who's leaving first. So, we're gonna want whoever you were using before you came up to the arseille. You want to have them in your party first. Alright, Estelle. Your group of 4 will explore the city. Do remember that we have no idea what's out there, society or otherwise. Don't do anything foolish. Don't worry, we'll be fine. We'll be looking for a way around the city ahead of anything else. Good luck to you, then. Everyone else will remain behind on standby and help repair the arseille. Okay. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, one other small mercy. The shutdown phenomenon doesn't seem to be happening here on the island. Your tactical orbment should work just fine away from the arseille, even without handheld zero-field generators. Really? Well, hey! Grandpa, how can you tell? Well, truth be told, the biggest casualty of the crash was the arseille CFG. But even with it in pieces, all our other orbital systems are operating just fine. Father Graham's theory seems to have been right on the mark. Right, the aureole neutralizes foreign orbital elements. But, if we can get onto the island, we surely can't be foreign, right guys? Yes, I'm willing to guess it can't tell the difference. Yeah, Talk about small mercies. Going out there with any kind of arts or anything would be kinda harsh. I take it that means the Orbital Workshop tools are also functional. Oh yes, everything survives the crash just fine. If you need your orbments tuned up, just say the word. Got it. I suspect we'll be stopping by a lot. Psych. Okay then. Is everyone ready to take a look around outside the ship? Ready for action. Sorry, Estelle. I actually need to prepare something from the ship's storeroom. Something to help if I need to sneak around again. Could I ask you to wait a bit? Oh, sure. Do you want some help? Speed things up a little? No, it's sort of a one-person job. I don't think it'll take more than 30 minutes or so. Could you wait in the lounge until then? Well, okay. We'll be waiting. My man, you are a dude of many talents, but lying ain't one of them. I'm sorry. Lying to her isn't... I think the one you should apologize to eventually is Estelle. Anyway, you're... sure. If I'm right, this could backfire and, mess you up. Like, badly. Yes, I've made my decision. Kevin. Father Kevin. Please, you're the only one who can help. Alright. Don't need to lay it on that thick. Come on, that little lie ain't gonna buy us much time. Let's get to the medical bay. Joshua, you're done? Sorry to keep you waiting. That took a while. I don't mind, but Joshua, are you okay? You look tired, unless I'm crazy. Some of it took a lot of concentration. Don't worry, I'm fine. Well, if you say so. Let's get going then. So... pop a save right there. Welcome to the final section of the game and our final quote-unquote town kind of area. The arseille. First things first, you want to head into your equipment. And you want to unequip everyone you're not using. Also, you want to unequip your zero-kill generators, as they no longer have any practical use. You are finally free from the ZFGs. This also means that you can use Tita as a viable party member once again, if you so wish. In terms of overall party members I'm going to be using for this upcoming segment, I feel like we've seen a fair bit of Agate and Zin over the course of what we've been doing recently, so I'm going to give those two a break and let them go sit on the bench. They have done invaluable work for us over the period that we needed them for. But for now, I think it best that they sit on the bench. We will be coming back for them for the end game, though. Right. So getting around the ship is a bit difficult. But you can change party with functionally anyone. Anyway. Oh, Faye! You stayed with the arseille? Yeah, I figured if the professor was coming, I ought to as well. I talked it over with the engineers, and we all decided to stay on board. Kinda glad we decided to at this point, let me tell you. No kidding! That's great! We really needed some help in fixing up the arseille after all. Yeah, thank you. Having professional engineers here will make things much easier. Don't worry about it. We'll do our best to live up to your expectations. Thanks! Ah, you require the power of genius then. Come.
Your aid, please.
Olivier needs to be power leveled. He's level 60 frickin' 8. Very far under our, well, ideal level of strength. And additionally, it's been a while since we got a chance to use Chloe, so she'll be coming with us too. This does mean we've got some quartz switching to do. So let me get to that really quickly. I'm going to want to give Chloe the 8 Divinations Garb, the Regina Garters, and a Crimson Eye, and... and a Crest Charm. Olivier can make use of the Mind Orb. And we'll slap a Crest Charm on him, because why not? Joshua's fine the way he is. Although what we could do is give him the Gladiator Belt and the Grail Locket. We want to give Estelle the Divine Cross and the Power Orb. And I'm also going to give her access to some bonus damage with an attack 4. She can go down to a mind 4 with no penalty, so that's what we'll do with her. Chloe's setup is pretty much the same as when she left. Olivier's is also the same as when he left, so there's nothing different there. But we do have some slight retuning we need to do. As Olivier can have functionally any quartz in any of his slots, he is going to be a veritable arts monkey for most of this area. Which means we do want to upgrade his maximum EP. Which is why I bought a bunch of that Sepith from Med Elmore when we were in Gransel. Olivier's slots are particularly expensive. But he'll be able to make great use of all the extra EP he gets with his max EP cap, without any bonuses, being 803. That is an insane number. Right now, we're going to give him the Topaz Gem, Septium Vein, Mind 4, Ingenuity, and the Time Gem. That will give him access to Gaia Shield, which is essentially Earth Wall for the entire battlefield. Gaia Shield is one of the single reasons that Nightmare Mode is even possible, without having to grind into the heavens and back. It's a little bit insane how much time it saves. And we will be making great use of it. I wish there was a more efficient way of getting it, though. This still works perfectly fine, don't get me wrong, it's just not ideal. But I digress. We will fix this setup when we can. Can always sacrifice the EP cut as well. Not the EP cut, rather. Yep. So Olivier is set up to do Olivier things. With Death Scream, he can just do stuff. He just does things because he does things. And that's perfectly fine. Gonna want to upgrade Chloe's bottom slot and top slot. So we can give her the Sapphire Gem. I think, actually... I could do it this way around instead. With the EP4. Yeah, and then she has enough. Which is okay. It gives us more room with Olivier to do stuff. Which is exactly what we want to do. I'm going to give Estelle the Petrified 2. Give the Emerald Gem to Olivier, yippee. And then with Yin Yang, he gets La Tyrol. Can remove the EP Cut 3 if you don't feel like you need it. But personally, I'm a fan. For now, that's all the tweaking of setups that I'm going to do. Don't think there's any more we need to edit, at least. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. Everybody, of course, has different things to say about the situation that we're in at the moment. But I'll leave that for you guys to discover. There is a new recipe for you up here, the bitter omelette. Which is a sit-down recipe. It restores 40 CP to everyone, and you can buy it for fairly cheap. Or the materials, rather. It's basically a more acerbic tomato-friendly version of the already useful tomatario sandwich. So it'll save you acerbic tomatoes in the long run, if you want to go about it that way. Also, new issue of the Liberl News. And EP Charge 2s are purchasable here again. In terms of ingredients, you can get acerbic tomatoes here. Let me check. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we have access to it. Milled flour, iron bone fish, kibbled salt, olive oil, red pepper. Kibbled salt, olive oil, red pepper. Iron bone fish, milled flour. Yeah. It'll take slightly longer to do, but you can do the infinite mirror grinding method up here. So if for whatever reason you really, really need the mirror for something, you can get it infinitely right there. Yo, Estelle, everyone. I just finished cleaning up the sickbay here. The cabinets, spilled everything out when we made that crash landing. Anyway, you start feeling like dirt, just come on down here. Sounds good to me. In terms of battle tactics, Olivier can now get access to certain things without jeopardizing his defense. For example, Seal 2 gives you enough fire quartz to be able to make Zodiac without endangering Olivier's stats, which can be quite handy. If you're not a fan of the time gem sucking up so much of Olivier's stats, you can use a cast 2 instead. That's perfectly fine. You probably won't need a time gem for normal enemies. You'll only really need it for the boss fights coming up, just to squeeze in as much stuff as possible. If you leave through the back door, you can get out to this part of the arseille, which leads out to the first block of the floating city, the Liber Arc. So we are, after all of the speculation and talking about it in first chapter, we're actually here on the Aureole. It feels a bit surreal to be here, for me at least. I didn't think I would be this far in only the space of a year. It's a bit, I don't know. It's nice, but also a little sad, seeing as we're almost coming to the end of the first sort of part of the Sky Arc, really. Mushy stuff aside. Welcome, welcome. It's beautiful. Ah, I have searched for beauty, and now I find it. I'm not even sure how to put this. It's sort of hard to believe we're in the sky, you know? The ancient Zemurian culture was more than just its technology. Seems they had a great understanding of how to use that technology, too. I see no reason that the hunter of love and beauty himself It should not be in the front. Head on to this elevator over here. And we'll come up to West Calmare Station. How amazing. Ah, what an overwhelming view. The city's this big? Hey, we're sure no one lives here, right? I don't think so. I have to imagine everyone left before the city was sent to that other dimension. In fact, I imagine the ancestors of one Liberls came from this place. Wait, so like, my great-great-whatevers lived here? And we never knew? That actually makes some sense. There have always been so few traces of old Zemuria, not just in Liberl, but anywhere. If the city just disappeared. Ah, of course. Those who live in the sky would not leave traces upon the ground, and then their home in the clouds is removed from this mortal coil. This place seems to get crazier with every step we take. Anyway, the view here is really pretty. But what is this place, you think? It feels different from the rest of the area. Given the nature of the area so far, it may just be a scenic view, but it does feel a bit more important. That screen over there looks like something you're meant to interact with. Let's take a look at it. We head on up to this machine. Halo Rail, West Calmare Station. The Halo Rail system is currently operating at limited capacity. We apologize for the inconvenience. Please select a service from this terminal. Gospel-based citizen ID checks are not required for service at this time. Liber Transit Authority. What's a Halo Rail system? Some kind of rail-based transit system, I guess. And given that there's a transit authority involved, I would guess this floating island is called the Liber. Oh yeah, the Liber. Hang on. Liber? No way! I think we've just discovered the origin of the name Liberl. Holy stragers. And personally, I find the gospel reference more interesting. And the way this is written, they must have been ubiquitous. Everyone would have had one. Sounds like they served as identification, and a portable personal link to the Aureole. This is too much to take in at once. Anyway, it looks like we don't need a gospel to do stuff here. Let's see what we can do. Right, I think I can get it to list available services if I push this. So, these terminals have information about the districts they are in and a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to go through the liberty of reading it. You can just skip ahead a few seconds if it really vexes you. Built as the ultimate in rest and relaxation for the citizens of the Ark, the Calmare District is Liber Ark's premier park and recreation district, located in the west of the city. Each section of the park, designed around the theme of harmony between progress and nature, is a hexagon exactly 300 yards across. Calmare, as a whole, is made up of dozens and dozens of these hexagons. The Calmare District has 4 Halo rail stations: north, south, east, and west. Each station's tour path routes through different sections of Calmare, allowing one to enjoy vistas of all the seasons and wildlife Calmare has to offer. Next, the Halo Rail Service Station. Halo Rail service is currently limited. Would you like to activate emergency operation mode for West Calmare Station? We'll save for now. Check the online shop. You'll note that you can upgrade everybody's slots here. In addition, there is a quartz section, where you can make the quartz that you could find inside of the tetracyclic towers. If you miss them, this is your first chance to obtain them. This also means that you can now obtain multiple copies of said things, which is why I suggested saving up Sepith by buying them from Dalmor inside of Gransel, before you came up here, because once you come up here, you lose access to the Sepith shop, yada yada yada. Anyhow, gate lock release. In the event of service disruption of the Halo Rail, a gate may be unlocked at each station leading to substratum access passages. In accordance with emergency protocols, this station's gate can be unlocked. Would you like to do so at this time? Sure thing. Locks on gate in station vicinity have been removed. Tunnel is now usable. And in cease service, just closes the terminal. So, you see this trade button that's grayed out, says exchange Sepith for Mira. We'll get to that. If we activate the Halo Rail service. Hey, what? There's something coming. What in the world? This must be a car for the Halo Rail. You, have to wonder how it works without, well... It's very similar to the light rail systems used throughout Erebonians, I thought. Ah, to make the rails out of actual light! The ancients knew the value of spectacle and humour. It all feels a little over my head, but if it'll get us where we need to go without dropping us into the clouds, I'm all for it. Come on, let's hop on and try it. Currently, no other stations are operating in emergency operations mode. We are sorry, but the Halo Rail service is not currently available. Real informative. Thanks, creepy disembodied voice. It sounds like the other stations need to be in this emergency operations mode if we intend to get around. For now, I'm afraid the Halo Rail isn't of much use to us. Ah, nuts. Here I was, getting hopeful for once. Well, let's see if we can find another way around. Just... wow. For 2004 standards, this place is frickin' beautiful. I didn't mention it earlier because of the FMVs going on, but the entire sequence leading up to this spot from the end of Chapter 8, for the time it came out, it was amazing in terms of what it was doing. It wasn't groundbreaking or anything, don't get me wrong. Games like Resident Evil have been doing pre-rendered cutscenes for freaking years. Hell, FF7 was doing it on the PS1. But I think the context and the world building behind it make it feel a lot more atmospheric. The setup is made the payoff well worth it. Anyways... tunnel's open. Let's head in. If this music sounds familiar, that's because... wait for it. Wait for it. Here it comes. It is a remixed version of the sealed area, and the architecture is very similar. That should probably give you an idea of what we're getting ourselves into at the moment. Anyhow, you'll notice the enemy here is a weather seed, one of the things we found atop the towers throughout Liberls. Strange that it's just normal to be here. Let me get Heaven's Eye on, so you guys can see the information about these guys. Weather Seeds, mysterious glowing life form. Strikes with its hard shell and can inhibit actions. Same as the ones we found on top of the towers throughout Liberls, but slightly stronger. Also notice, Fate of the Fairies is now the default battle theme for the rest of the game. Hell yeah! This is pretty much where the game ramps up to 11 on a dope as hell scale. Go for the white Gehenna here. Give it a blue impact. Gets rid of one of them. Enemy misses. Hop. Geocatastrophe is the strongest Earthite in the game and looks hella cool. Unfortunately, it does take a long time to cast.
Well, that takes care of that.
Indeed. Did re-equip everybody's equipment, right? Yep. So, while we're making our way through the Liber Arc tunnels... Oh lord, is there a lot to go over. I believe we want to run to the right side first. Check this door, and it's locked. No choice but to head down. I think. Yeah. Wait, is that an enemy I didn't see the first time? Yes, it is. Dark Lamp. Ancient subterranean monster. Absorbs its prey's HP. Calls for allies when injured. These things are legitimately kind of creepy. They're like mutant frog leeches with 6 hands and weird pipe things coming off of its back. Yeesh. Get this thing away from me. A morale here. Do the hokey pokey and then punch it in the face. Put this thing out of its misery. Ooh, we do the dual strike. And it's dead.
That's that. Let's move out.
Olivier goes up a level. Nothing new. We're used to him doing that because he's just that good. Another Dark Lamp here. This time we've got a horde of them. Essentially, you just want to ram through these guys as fast as you can. Nothing too important about the encounter itself. Just kill them as quick as you can before they become a problem. Sorry if that got caught on the mic. I just had to, like, turn 90 degrees and sneeze. Thank God for wheelie chairs, am I right? Not just because they're cool, but because they save us from sneezing. Huzzah. Just gonna go for a Shadow Spear on one of them. Death Scream. Death Scream. And they're dead. Yippee!
Enjoy the show.
If we walk through this door, head down to the left. There's yet another Dark Lamp. And there's a chest here. You want to save before opening this chest? Open it, and a monster appears. Yeah, these things hurt. One black fan from Joshua will take them all out, though.
Done yet?
And you find Dominion. This space for rent. Dominion is a crossbow for Kevin. 415 strength, 5 range. Same as all of the other weapons, stat-wise. If you've gotten that, then you can shimmy back on out. And go up. And then if you head down to the right, there is a chest that thankfully doesn't have a monster in it. And it instead has a silver gem. The silver gem is EP5 functionally. Gives you 8 time value, 8 space value, and 12 mirage value. I think with that, we should be able to finagle it. Just need to move the EP4 around, which we can certainly do. EP cut 3. And there we go. Balance is restored. Chloe now has lateral, as it should be. I prefer her having a Mind 4 over a Freeze. Yin Yang will keep us safe from encounters. So we should be okay. Just want the Topaz gem on Olivier because he's quite physically squishy and he doesn't attack that much, which makes his attack going down by 9% not really mean all that much. If my controller could not suddenly unplug itself and drop inputs, that'd be cool. Can also swap out Chloe's stats real quick. Give her Seal 2, gives her access to Meteor Fall. Saints, A Crest, La Crest, La Forte, Silent Cross, Phantom Pain. This is a nice setup. If you have room for Defense 4, it gets a bit nicer. Unfortunately, no Zodiac access because that requires a bit more work. Zodiac is 4 of each. And a hell of a lot more freaking Mirage than I actually own. Sadly. But it's okay. I don't think there's anything we have that could fill the gap. So, meh. We tried. Unfortunate as it is. If you don't have Impede 4, I recommend using Evade 4, not Shield 4, unless you're building Chloe as like a defensive character, and then Shield 4 is perfectly fine. But personally, I think damage is more important at the moment. I don't think I missed anything. Please tell me I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay. I think if we check this door first. Olivia is quite fast, so I'm going to show off Gaia's shield here while I've got chance. Because these enemies are going to go down like paper. Oh hell yeah, that animation is dope as hell. Anyway. Beating the ever-loving crap out of the local zombie wildlife. Dead.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Woo! Stalling for turns. Come to the end of this hallway and you get 100 of each Sepith. You look mighty familiar. Didn't we meet last game? No. They know me. I must hide my face and run. Don't worry too much about grinding on enemies at the moment. If you are worried about your characters being underleveled, that problem will be solved in due time. Also, ignore this first door, follow the hallway down, and you'll find a second chest that has a reviving balm. Don't flip your lid, flip mine. The chests are being creepy again. Why is it always the endgame ones? Heading up these stairs, we want to check every door on the left. Get an EP charge too. Sorry, but I'm cutting you off. And a Tyrrell Bomb. You nearly tear the top of the chest off its hinges in excitement to open it. Your face falls as you realize there's nothing inside. Head up to this chest, and you get an Onyx Gem. As you reach into the chest, the lid suddenly snaps down. It's eating you alive! Kidding! Ah, you should have seen the look on your face. So the Onyx Gem is Action 5. 12 time value. Freaking 12! It's no question where that's going immediately. Not even a doubt in anybody's mind where that belongs. Gonna give Chloe Action 4 and Cast 2. As none of her arts are particularly strenuous on EP. And I'd like her to actually be able to, you know, do stuff. Unfortunately, she's not fast enough for this. Debloodify, steals health, blah-de-blah. Been there, done that. Well, seeing as the enemies love casting it on us. Aerostorm! Boy! Uh-oh. So the phenomenon is basically a bigger version of the Jabba. An ancient amphibious monster uses various and powerful arts without hesitation. That means exactly what you think it means. It does not have an arts casting time. Oh well, it does, it's just very small. You're gonna want to kill that thing fast before it becomes a major issue. Method 1. Failure. Method 2. Nuke it with an art. Pick one, preferably of the water element, and then it dies. Boop. Hop up. Lateral. Yeah, this thing can be annoying if you let it go. Fortunately, we have blue impact, and we can beat it to death. I said we can beat it to death. Screw you, Jabba.
We're good to go.
Poke. Oh, uh-oh. Goodbye, Estelle. Oh, no. Anyway. Delay the Jabba. Spank the Jabba. Spank the Jabba again. Problem solved.
Let's move out.
I don't care if he's not called Jabba right now, he is still Jabba in my heart. Jabba Jabba, Jabba Jabba. Then crossing over that section. Only one way to go at the moment. So we can just follow the path down. Death Scream. Blue Ascension. Aerial. Huzzah. I really don't need to Death Scream here, do I? Nope.
That's that. Let's move out.
Olivia doesn't have action because I gave him poison because I'm dumb. Duh, stupid. Yes, his speed being slightly lower by that few points does make a difference. I say that few points, it is like a 13 stat difference? Yeah. Also, we haven't equipped them with the proper armor, so yeah, duh. No wonder it's not going fast. They are the big slow. Head down here, and you can find a Zerum powder. You can save the world, but you can't remember whether you've looted a chest or not. Yeah. And then we'll get a Curia Bomb from that chest. It's empty, but if you put your head in here, you can hear the ocean. Head down into this room, and then save your game. Keep on walking. And hey-yo! It's the phenomenon. Just gonna morale here. Owie. Oof. Tomatarino sandwich. Nom, I kill you all now. Hop, 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 hop. The phenomenon is repairing arts. Oh no! Blue Ascension, Blue Ascension. Bop. Boom. And you get the funny gun.
Let me show you the true essence of evil.
Yippee! The clown shoes.
99
Olivier levels up. There we go. And if we go out this way, did say this away. Did I? Really? Come on. Come on, man. Ugh. Joshua, please. Oh. No. Fine. Blah.
Nicely done.
Now fall over. Right. Keep on going. And he kept on rowing and rowing. And we make it to the city block. Finally. This. Oh, what a lovely city. I would have guessed this is where the ancients actually dwelled. Yes, it does seem more like a residential area than our crash site is. Yeah, it's kind of nice and homey here, I guess. But you know, this just bothers me even more. Why did the residents abandon such a nice city? This seems like a good place to find the answer to that question. We need to find a new route anyway, so shall we investigate? Yeah, okay. If you can see him up there. Yeah, there's some new enemies here, so you want to head back down. Into the tunnel. Wait, no, we're good. Residential block. Okay. So starting in this position, we want to head over the walkway. Behind this house. Carefully walking past that enemy there. And go up. To the right. And there's a chest here that contains some smelling salts. No! Give it back! That was my spleen! Well, it's mine now, sucker. Run into this guy. We got some bear mariths, an evil marsupial monster, confidently wields sharp, poisonous claws, and the Bone Legger, a droid which roams ancient ruins, attacks intruders without mercy. Bear mariths don't really care what you hit them with. Bone Legs are particularly weak to wind. So that's what we'll do. Blue Impact, followed by an Aerial, followed by the Abyss Fall. Yonk. Into the hole. Aquableed will finish it. Joshua will finish it.
Done yet.
Ba-ba-ba-bum. The enemy out the way. If you head up onto this platform, looking on the map, you're about here. You want to head up to around the back of this house. Open this chest, and you'll get 100 wind, water, and space epith. Get a silk bag from the graveyard duck to loot longer. God knows what that means. I believe inside of the house is a Tyrol barn. Jerusalem Service and Gospel Update. Here at Liber City, in order to ensure our citizens lead a pleasant, fulfilled life, we have established a distribution service offering music and images with the theme of healing, which have proven popular with the citizenry, but also with persons experiencing concerns regarding mental and emotional ailments. However, while this service offers a significant selection, it remains somewhat uniform and one-sided. As such, we have been receiving a great deal of feedback from the citizenry, asking for it to respond to a wide variety of personal tastes. In order to accommodate these opinions, our city wishes to proceed with enhancing our services variety to provide all citizens with a satisfying experience. To that end, we will need to offer an upgrade to all citizens' personal gospels. We ask that you inquire at your local city government office and undergo upgrade procedures there. Furthermore, as this upgrade applies to all citizens, after a period of time, non-upgraded gospels will become unusable. We understand this may be somewhat problematic, but we sincerely ask for your cooperation. Liber Arc System Administrative Division. So, it seems like the Gospels have been upgraded somewhat. And if you'll notice, these sleeping pods, I guess, were also found in the base of Ouroboros that was hidden on the lake. So it seems like they knew about a lot of things to do with this island before we even understood it really existed. Damn them dirty evildoers. Don't want to head into this building here quite yet. You want to go to that building that we passed when we first came into the block. Head straight in, and there's two chests at the foot of the room. One contains an EP charge 2, and the other contains water, wind, and space epith, just like the other one behind that top house did. Wenn ich das Mundstück geht und stolz mehr. Ja, Bier und das Order die Flipperwald gespürt. Wow, you're the first human to ever take something from me. I'm so excited. Well, don't get used to it. No ID match on this terminal again. Check new recipes. Copy data. Hell yeah! We just learned a recipe from thousands of years ago, baby! Whoa, it wrote it into the recipe book. I wonder what the principle behind that is. You got me, but that's some crazy technology. Read crystal. Unable to find data. Please check your crystal and try again. So, check your not bracer notebook, your recipe book. The Resurrect Jelly. To go, cures 15,000 HP and gets rid of KO. It is the strongest revival item in the game, aside from the Nirvana Tea, which is the strongest. Nirvana Tea is the strongest general healing item. Resurrect Jelly is the strongest revival item, if that makes any sense. That's why it's good to stock up on all the miscellaneous materials before you do come up here, because they can be a bit difficult to get a hold of once you are stuck up here. Because those items are damn nice. Now that we've gotten that Resurrect Jelly, can finally head over here to this side. Head inside the main building. And starting on the left side, because there's only one, got a gummy eyeball, fish fillet, clear egg, clear gelatin and fish egg. Just the your dedication to larceny, as it should. Get savory pinion, juicy bone, monster fowl, monster bird egg, and prickly seeds. The losing Calvin aren't this desperate. Well, I'm sorry! And we get curative horns, leathery tails, lucky fangs, monster carapaces, and beast flesh. Now, I highly, highly recommend making Resurrect Jellies, if you now can, as the only strenuous requirement for them are clear gelatin. Unfortunately, the same also goes for the Nirvana Tea. Not that you're going to be needing to use single heals as much as you are revival skills in battle, so you want to prioritize making the Resurrect Jellies over the Nirvana Tea, in my humble opinion. That, and the game also gives you 13 of the things for free. The game doesn't give you any free Resurrect Jellies. This does seem to be some kind of bar or club, though. Not quite the building we were hoping for. Items that can be selected are limited. Accept package. Beginning lookup. Unable to find data. There are no packages for this user at this time. Unfortunate. Oh well. So, looking at the enemies in this area before we move on that we haven't fought yet. Himoshi drops savory pinions. An ancient cat-like monster, docile and less hungry. Can absorb EP. I don't know what about that looks like a cat to you game description, but alright, sure. So the Kamoshis are basically very primitive versions of what Poms would eventually become. Think of them as domesticated Poms. If that makes any sense. Fall very quickly to arts, same with most of the other enemies in this general area. Also use arts themselves, but their damage isn't that threatening, so you can just poke them. Gonna let Olivier finish that, just to make sure Chloe gets some EP back. I almost said Sarah for some reason. I don't know why. Anyhow, Olivier learned Requiem Hearts. New S-Break. I love Requiem Hearts. Very cool animation. That's everything on this area, or in this area. Want to make sure you are healed. And then save. You want to head forwards, past the ducks. Joshua, look! I see it. Why the heck is... Don't get any closer, you! I won't let you hurt the bobcat anymore! Well, she tried. No, Kyle, Dawn, Joshua. Looks like someone's in over their head. Airhead girl? And I can always be poke a nice big hair hole in your head with my staff, you grimy tomboy. Talk later. We have a fight in our hands first. Yeah. Oh, brother. So, we are currently split from her, but we are fighting this battle with an injured Josette. S-break immediately. Goes for a Cyclone Laser, which inflicts defense down. Not a particularly pleasant thing to get hit by, but also not the worst. And Avastal go for the Earth Wall, or not. You want to make sure Josette has an Earth Guard on her at all times. Don't want her to go down. Gonna pop Chloe's S-break. The enemy itself isn't too threatening, it's just the threat of Josette doing something immensely dumb and then immediately dying. Cyclone Laser only hits one person, so if they get hit, refresh their Earth Guard, rinse, repeat, and the fight's basically as good as done. Clock up the X's for extra flavor if you're feeling particularly spicy. And your fight will be done in a flash. Josette does start this fight on low HP, and you can heal her if you really want to, but I don't see much of a reason to. Enemy is quite resistant, but it's nothing a couple blue impacts won't fix. Net Laser gives speed down. Again, not something really need to be concerning ourselves with, because it doesn't mean much to us. There's blue impact, yippee. There's a Dark Matter. Blue impact on Chloe. I don't think you can delay it. Nope. Oh, for God's sake. I take my eyes off you for 1 second and you die. Bloody useless NPCs. Wouldn't be a Sky stream without an NPC costing me an entire thing though, would it? Whee! Hop, 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 hop. There, I healed Josette. Yippee. Crises averted. Now she's going to shoot it and do absolutely nothing for us the whole fight. Yay! Ugh. I do not have words for my frustration. So she's going to sit there, poke it, and do no damage, and the rest of us need to actually hit the thing. Fun, right? Nope. Because it's just gonna keep running away. There's blue impact. Do 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 do. Rinse and repeat the cycle. An alternative strategy that you can try is cornering the enemy on 3 sides and pinning it against a wall. That way it can't move around the arena. But personally, I don't see a reason to when art spam does the job just fine. It completely missed. Wow. That is a dedication to failure. The only fortunate thing about this fight is that if you were missing CP before, my god, you are not going to be missing it by the time it's done. Chloe goes up a level. Okay, that's that. Nearly burnt my staff on that big one. That was one of the Society's heavyweight archaism weapons, the Leo Gun EZ. It's meant to be used for location defense, though, not assault. We can wonder about that later. I'm glad you're safe, Josette. What are the Kapuas doing here? Yeah, after you left, we hid out near the border. But then this weird thing appeared in the sky, and when we tried checking it out, the Bobcat's power cut out. And so you guys cratered. Though, hang on. Shouldn't your brothers be here? You guys are usually all together. Did they head out to scout or something? Whoa, hey, what's wrong? Josette, please, calm down. We're here, don't worry. Take your time and tell us what happened. Joshua! Oh my. Well then. What? Hey! Those creeps took my family! Carl and Don baited them so I could get away! Joshua, what do I do? I'm sorry I lost it. Guess you guys didn't expect that, huh? I think I'm a little calmer now. Eyes on you, Kapua. Eyes on... So, Josette, can you tell us exactly what happened? I think so, yeah. So we managed to crash about as gracefully as we could, right? And hey, our orbments work now, so we gotta work on fixing the Bobcat. The engine wasn't really damaged, but the rest of the ship was a mess. We were nosing around looking for materials to use for repairs. So we share the same fate. It was, 3 days ago now. We'd gotten the materials we needed, and we're just about to start the real repair work when this octopus-like machine appeared. After I shot it, a red airship showed up. Jaegers came flooding out of it as soon as it landed. Of course. You shot down a Vogel. They used those for scouting and patrols. Alerted the enemy to your location the instant it was destroyed. I knew it! But what do I do? It's all my fault Kyle and Don were taken.
Josette.
Knock it off with the mopey face. If they got caught, let's go rescue them. What? Even if they are criminals themselves. If they're being held illegally, then they deserve bracer protection. Besides, we have some biscuits to grind with the society anyway. We'll save your brothers while we're at it.
Estelle.
Hold on a sec. What makes you think we want to be saved by the likes of bracers? The likes of bracers, huh? So you can save them all by yourself? Besides, you helped us when we were escaping the Glorious. It's way past time we return the favor.
Josette, it's alright. If you run in on your own, you'll just be caught. You won't be helping anyone staying here. You know that, right? Why don't you head to the arseille for the moment? I suspect Kyle and the others are being kept on the Glorious. There's a good chance it's docked on the island somewhere. If we continue and investigate, I suspect we'll find it. We'll tell you when we locate it, I promise. We'll also tell you when I locate my speech. I've lost it. I'm stumbling words, please help.
Alright, if you say so, Joshua. I'm not just gonna sit around and twiddle my thumbs, though. I'm gonna help too. You want me to tag along? You just say so. I'll even help you fix your ship. Yeah. Okay, you can try to impress all you want, but it's still too late, Miss Tomboy. Psh, at least I am impressive. In more ways than one compared to you. What was that?
Come now, really? I don't know what it is with you two, but can you try to get along?
Joshua? Did he just say that? He just said that.
You've stepped on a landmine, my friend.
You utter dunce. Hey, Kapua. Truce for the moment, okay? Agreed. We have bigger fish to fry than each other right now.
Wait. I'm glad you two are calling a truce, but what bigger fish are you talking about? Did I...
Oh no, it's nothing. Now why would you think a thing like that,
Okay. Why do their smiles fill me with such terror?
So you can take Josette with you. She sucks, so I'm not even going to bother. Right then, let's get back to it. Before she left, Josette said she hadn't found any other ways out.
Yeah, the bridges due to the neighboring sector seem to have collapsed some time ago. It may be worth our time to search this district again. We may be able to find a clue of some sort.
Roger that. So, upon finding Josette, I'll tell you a bit about how she works when we actually get to using her, because I will use her at some point. Don't get worried about her not showing up if you like her for some reason, because we'll get there. Anyway. Report on heightened city security. In recent years, there has been a notable increase in crime in less populated areas of the city, such as the Factoria blocks. As a result of this, heightened security measures were introduced, and while some citizens may have experienced some inconvenience as a result, those measures were designed to have the least impact possible on individual freedoms. However, despite these measures, the crime rate continues to increase. The Council, therefore, asks the citizens cooperate with a number of restrictions. The following will apply to all citizens. Terminal use will require personal Gospel ID checks. Periodic inspections will be performed in all blocks. Civilian access into the Axis pillar is restricted. This heightened security may result in some inconvenience for citizens, but these measures are designed to ensure the safety of all residents of our fair city. We hope you understand and will offer your complete cooperation. Liber Security Division. So, seems like we need a Gospel, eh? One that actually works up here. Which, hey, we'll get to. For now, the Bobcat. You can actually board the thing. And their orbment charging station is still working, so you can use that if you need to heal your HP and EP for some reason while you're out in this block. Which is very handy, might I add. Of course, there's no one in it right now. Then you want to head into this building. Go around into the back. Grab this chest to get a gold gem. You obtain nothing! Absolutely nothing! Found S tablet. Let's take all those typos we accidentally left in the game at launch and shove them in here. Pretend they never happened. Go over into the quartz. And the gold gem is EP Cut 5. Art's EP cost minus 50%. It's crazy how good this thing is. I mean it when I say it. This thing is bonkers. Pop the gold gem on Chloe, or your resident arts user, and never look back, because you won't need to. Lateral, 6,500 health for 100 EP. Seems legit to me. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. It boggles the mind. Just a bit. But hey-ho. Not particularly something that you need to muddle on too much. Gonna change Olivier's setup really quickly right here, just to give him a wider range of arts that he can use. Does put a bit of a dampener on his wind capabilities, but that can also be changed on the, like, flick of a dime, so... Give him an evade 4, I guess. Boosts his arts attack back up to 632, which is a respectable number. Also, Seal 2 will come in more handy than you expect. And having Zodiac access is kinda nuts. The gold gem just opens up a lot of interesting possibilities. Anyway, we're at the municipal office. Cradle 35 Municipal Office. Access to services limited to citizens only. Due to communication interruptions with the access pillar, services may be temporarily restricted. Request Gospel reprint. Due to current communication errors with the access pillar central registrar, all reissued Gospels will be temporary. Please enter the name of the applicant for comparison to the local database. Now, you need Chloe here specifically to make the request.
And the name is... The name is Softlock. Yeah, sure. It must be matching the name and biological signature of the applicant with the database of citizens. But wait, if there's a biological match...
Yes, it seems to think I'm one of my ancestors. If only we knew their name. The name of Chloe's ancestors? Wait, bell ringing.
One way or another, this is all seems pretty advanced and probably a little over our heads. It might be a good idea to go back and talk to Professor Russell about this.
You can learn a little bit more about the Halo Rail while you're here. But essentially, it basically just creates the rails out of pure light by manipulating the straight up space and just distorting the whole thing. So, with that discovered, don't need to fight that bone legger. Legger. I said Legger. If you walk down, there is a lock on that door. But this platform looks slightly familiar to you if you remember the one from the area we first landed in. Cradle Station 35. Halo Rail, Cradle Station number 35. The Halo Rail system is currently operating at limited capacity. We apologize for the inconvenience. Please select a service from this terminal. Liber Transit Authority. Check the online shop. Here you can get a topaz gem and an emerald gem. I'll be synthesizing an extra topaz gem. And now that we have some quartz, we can open up some more slots. Not that there's really a need to. Cradle District information, while we're here. Located on the south side of Liber Arc, the Cradle District is the cozy, beloved home of the majority of the Arc citizens. It is comprised of 128 blocks, each with its own Halo rail station, public service buildings, city offices, and event halls, allowing citizens to enjoy everything the Arc has to offer, all close to home. As there are vacancies in a third of the blocks due to recent population changes, feel free to inquire about owning another home at the nearest city office. So we've seen the rail stations, the public service buildings, the city offices, and the event hall was that kind of starry auditorium building that also had a bar in the back of it. Would you like to activate emergency operation mode for Cradle Station number 35? Hell yeah! Whoop! Here it comes! So we should finally be able to use these things, right?
I think so. Let's get on and try.
In a minute. For now, you want to activate the gate lock release. Uh-oh.
Looks like it won't be so easy this time. An authentic gospel. I wonder if we can get one somehow.
Yeah, by order of the Axis Pillar, unlocking the gate will require identification. So, I think you guys can put the pieces together. And it just so conveniently happens that we have a way to travel back fast. Whoa, that didn't take very long.
For as fast as it went, there was barely any vibration or unsteadiness either. To be honest, this technology is a bit mind-blowing.
No kidding. Still. As nice as it is to go fast, the view is amazing too. I kinda wish it was a bit slower so you could enjoy it. It is, unfortunately.
Huh. And of course, this also solves the travel problems we have had. It would behoove us to locate the local rail stations as soon as we enter a new area, I believe.
And West Calmare still only does sapphire and ruby gems, so you know. We want to head down the elevator. We can go and speak to Professor Russell. Hopefully he'll have some idea of what to do. I'll help out around here until you find my brothers. Thanks to the Bobcat, I've got a lot of experience working on ships. I'll be a lot more helpful than a certain someone would be.
I wasn't expecting to see the Kapuas way up here. I'd love to snag a photo of that ship of theirs. My finely honed reporter instincts are telling me not be an idiot and wander too far. Well, guess I'll wait and see if an opportunity comes up.
The sky's so close looking at it from here. I kind of feel like it's gonna suck me up and carry me away. Please don't fall off the edge, Dorothy. I don't think my heart can take any more random tragedy, thank you. Everyone, I heard you secured the bandit girl. Frankly, normally, I would not deign to cooperate with a base criminal. Given the circumstances, however, I have no choice. I have granted her special dispensation to be aboard the ship. We cannot simply throw her back into the snake pit after all. Julia still has some humanity about her. Professor Russell should be in the Orbital Factory.
Hello, everyone. How goes it? Did you find anything interesting?
I'm not so sure about interesting. We found something pretty weird, though.
Oh? What did you find? Well... I see. Well, you need a citizen's name on record to be issued a gospel.
Yeah, that's about the size of it. A long shot. But you wouldn't happen to know the names of a bunch of folks from an ancient civilization, would you?
Of course not. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not that old. However, those data crystals have records on them, among other things. If you check the data the capital has decrypted, you may be able to fish out a name. That's true. The data on those crystals were presumably written by a citizen of this place.
The data crystals, huh? Well, not like we have any other clues. Let's go take a look. Let's. Gonna rest real quick just to give Chloe her EP back.
We're going to be moving this large piece of scrap. I have to say, I was rather hoping you'd be here to help with it for once.
I am never one to shy from the strains of sweat and labour, but alas, my talents are required elsewhere. I shall have to learn of work's sweetest fruit some other time.
Funny you should praise the value of hard work only after you've wormed your way out of it yourself.
Miss Bright, if you change your mind, remember that you can take him out of your party at any time. I'll take responsibility for him and keep a close eye on him instead.
Come on then, Josette. Josette! Ducks. I'm sorry. She has the same quartz lines as Estelle, but unfortunately, she's restricted to having double earth lines attached to all of her orbments. This means that she can be useful in one particular niche. If you have a level 3 slot available on her, you can give her access to Gaia Shield, which is one of the only uses she actually has. Unfortunately, she sucks at even that, because her setup forces her to use the Earth Quartz. Her second line will always have Earth Quartz in it, which means that the AoE effects you apply in your top slots to get access to Gaia Shield will not be able to be used in the second line to give you any other arts. Which means you're locked to Earth arts on your AoEs unless you have status effect Space Sepith like Strike 2 available to you, of which there is only one in the game. Which means that Josette also sucks at getting AoE arts. So the one thing she's good at, she can't even do bit properly. And another thing, she doesn't come with an S-break. She just doesn't have one. I'm sorry, Josette fans, but you got screwed here. She does come with 2 crafts, though. Stampede and Anchor Flail. Which I will showcase begrudgingly. Not gonna bother building any damage on her. Just gonna show you guys the animations, because I cannot be fussed. So Stampede is a decent enough craft that inflicts defense minus 30%. Unfortunately, Chloe also debuffs enemies' attack, which makes her much better for any other purpose. Defense minus 30 is only good if you're already winning a fight. Anchor Flail also inflicts Feint. Notice that it doesn't have a percentage there. That's not because it just inflicts Feint no matter what. I wish that were the case. I really wish it was. If this fight wants to reload. So, Anchor Flail is the only redeeming quality about Josette, in my opinion, in this game. If the enemy is not completely immune to Feint, it will probably inflict it. I say probably because I haven't actually used her enough to know if that's true or not. She's cool, it's a cool story thing, but she sucks so bad. I wish I had more positive things to say about Josette. I really do. They're just not giving me much here. Stampede does have a fair amount of knockback, so it can be nice to get things out of kind of a danger range. You can also knock back some enemies who are charging line attacks to screw their line up. It's not entirely useless, but it's outclassed by so many other things, just like Josette herself. Hardy, hardy,
hardy ha. Oh, hell no, I'm out of here. So that's Josette in a nutshell. I really don't have much else to say about her. I just nope. Nope. Just no. So, Professor Russell mentions something about data crystals and the Cradle. I believe, if you check this, the Orbital Calculator Cradle System version 7.0, copyright ZCF 1197 to 1202. Mode, information retrieval. Memory check, okay. Database accessed, please input search term. Data crystals. Most complete, some under analysis. Celeste D. Osleys. That is all you need to know. So those fragmented passages that we could read while we were in the Tetracyclic Towers, those are fully translated and readable on the... not the Oriole, Jesus. On the arseille, if you want to read them. There's not a particular reason to read them. Just, if you feel like padding out the lore for yourself, that's all. Although I will say they can be a bit spoilery in regards to what exactly is happening in the story at the moment. So I personally wouldn't read them now. But you can if that's something you want to do. If we head to the Cradle station, we can head back down, and now that we have the name Celeste D. Osleys, we want to go back into the office. Shut our way up there. Cradle 35 Municipal Office. Request Gospel Reprint. Chloe. Celeste. D. Osleys. Name match found. Biopattern 73% match to records. Applicant temporarily recognized as Celeste D. Osleys. Reprinting Gospel. Oh! Whoa! Looks like spatial translocation. It's a real Gospel, just as they used in the ancient past. Yeah, the Society replicas are amazingly accurate. So we were right. The Celeste D. Osleys mentioned in the towers was your ancestor, Chloe. They must be. They must have been the one who took charge in leading people from the city. I'm a little surprised the computer thinks we're so biologically similar, though. As far as I'm concerned, it's another one for Divine Providence. Anyway, I bet we can open that underground gate if we use this at the station terminal. Let's get going. Yes, absolutely. So, with that Gospel reprint in hand... Don't want to go down there. We head all the way up. Cradle Station 35. And then you want to go up to it. Go to Items and use the original Gospel. and that'll open the bottom for us. Locks on gate and station vicinity have been removed. Tunnel is now usable. So, we've gotten to grips with the surrounding area. Come to have our new motivations. The Capoes are missing, and they've left Josette in our care. Get rid of the tomboy. New mission. Next time, we'll head through the tunnels, the second set on the Liber arc, and hopefully get slightly closer to the Glorious and getting rid of Josette. Thanks for watching the stream or the VOD, whether you were here for the live stream at some point, at any point, or you're just finishing the VOD now. Much obliged. Shares are appreciated. Likes are also appreciated. Do the subscribing and the slapping of the bell to stay up to date with when I've released these. And yeah. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.